All right, this video will have a rather, controversial title. Something like, why do Indians bullshit so much, or something in those lines. So, before you jump the gun and start saying racist and, all that stuff. One is, I'm an Indian passport holder, so I'm talking about Indians only. And remember, I know you'll say there are 1.4 billion Indians. I'm just giving you my experiences. Okay, so listen to what I have to say before even assuming and jumping the gun. And then you tell me if I'm right or wrong. Okay. Now, I just finished chatting with one guy. He was very polite to me. He was very polite. So that's I'm not going to throw him under the bus. But I'll tell you what exactly he chatted with me without giving specifics. The guy is from New Delhi. Okay, New Delhi. When anyone tells me they're from Delhi, New Delhi, my antennas go up. Because throughout my life, I have had, like I said, my experience, the biggest bullshitters, the biggest cheaters, scammers, fraudsters, the people who, give you tall stories and don't make payments on time and mostly are into illegal business, have been from New Delhi who have contacted me. Okay, I don't know, maybe it is a very tough place to survive, maybe survival of the fittest, maybe it's like, cheat or be cheated. So I've had those very bad experiences. So when someone tells me he's from New Delhi, my antennas go up. In fact, the guy I worked for who does fake degree certificates in Dubai, who earns $1 million in terms of dirhams per month. Fake degrees in UAE, Saudi, Qatar, Bahrain, Oman, all those places. He associated with one guy who he introduced me to. I used to focus on his branding, but I didn't know how deeply he was involved in all these activities. So he took me to Delhi, introduced me to this guy who is the founder of, I'll not give the university name, others you'll Google search. He is a founder and all the degree certificates are fake. All are fake. He distributes it throughout India, supplies it to Canada, UK and all that. He actually took me with him. Seriously, this is not an exaggeration. He took me with him to the heads of various massive mega universities. It is so big. I will make a separate video on that. If you're interested, you can comment down below. The university is so big, you have to take a car to drive inside the university campus. It's so big. And, like when you see Indian movies, you see them, they're having like, when they're doing illegal deals, they'll take a big suitcase where you put clothes in to travel. But instead there's cash and, bags, handbags. Like you see these movies where they show, okay, how much is the drugs, and you give the bag of money and you give it. So you think it only happens in the movies. This happened in front of my eyes and I was sitting there. Like one guy is here, one guy is here. My ex-employer and this head of this university, founder, and he is giving authority. I will not tell you who, maybe a separate video if you're interested. Just comment down below, let me know if I see many people interested. I'll tell you. It's a true story, this is not exaggeration. And he gave him this full bag of cash. Full bag. Must have been, I think around 2 crores, 2 bags. You know why? To get, I'll put it in the next video story and I'll tell you. Because it'll go too long. I'll explain to you. Maybe you'll understand it. So I've seen all this. Okay. So total illegal business. Total. I was like, fucking hell. And they would give foreign whiskey. They are very crazy about alcohol from duty free and all that. I don't know what is the thing. And every meeting that they had, always there's alcohol. Oof. Okay, and by the way, in New Delhi, some of the hotels actually don't have, water to wash your ass. Seriously, you don't have the piping hose and all that. I don't know, is it following British rule or whatever? Okay, or the remnants of British rule. Okay, so I've seen many funny, shady things in New Delhi. And that is why even the women, oh my goodness, some of the worst, my experience, the worst from New Delhi. They will shout at you, scream at you when we were driving through the traffic. Imagine driving in an expensive car. There's a female on the bike in the front. He just honks. And that female actually comes to the side window and so, Teri maa ki bhosri ke this and that. Oh my goodness. It's like, whoo, holy fuck. So, okay. So, very tough place. Okay, so now, this guy who called me, not called me, WhatsApp message. What was I saying? So he sent the WhatsApp message. Yeah. So he tells me, I would like your personal branding service. So I told him my rates. You want a video call? As of now, today, watching the video, my rates are $99 for 20 minutes or $237 for 1 hour, okay, and above. So then he tells me, I want to meet you personally. I want to meet you personally, one-to-one. And you know me, I don't like to meet anyone personally. So, but for those who insist, I've given the option $5,000 per hour. Which I know you'll say, who the fuck wants to meet you, man, for $5,000? You're absolutely right. The ones who are crazy enough can pay me. And there have been clients who have paid, like I tell you, in a planet of 6 billion people, 1 or 2 or 3 are crazy enough to pay that. I'm very happy. I have no issues. And if you say, who the fuck will pay you and I don't, there also I'm happy because I don't like meeting people physically. It's too much of a drama, headache, and so I give them this rate. And the people who can afford, well, maybe worthwhile, contact or connection. So I told him $5,000 per hour. So he told me, I was a millionaire or whatever, big businessman. I've had, assets and properties, and I used to buy out companies, and I'm the owner of multi-million, big million, okay, whatever. But I lost everything, and I got bad. My name got spoiled, and this and that, okay. But I would have paid you easily. So then he said, but again he insisted, but where are you? Where do you stay? I want to meet you. So I already told him, you have to pay me this much, $5,000 per hour to meet me. Still he's insisting, where do you stay? So I told him, I stay in Thailand. Then he tells me, see, listen, then he tells me, oh, I meet the Prime Minister. I've been a guest of the Prime Minister of Thailand, so many times. Okay. Let me understand. I was thinking, let me understand this. You were a multi-millionaire. Okay, fine. You meet the Prime Minister of this country. You're a guest many times. Okay. And you want to meet me also for $5,000. Okay. But you don't even have the money to pay for 20 minutes, which is $100. And his profile I checked, he sent me his profile. He's a CEO of many companies. Started his career itself as a director. Means after college you start your career. Oh, so, and finally he told me, okay, if I take your session, what are the deliverables? He is asking me. And then he is telling me, but listen, I don't want just advice. I don't want just talking. I don't want just suggestions. And then I was like, eh? I provide advice, consultation, guidance. You don't want advice, consultation, guidance. But you want my deliverables. What do you want? Okay. Seriously, online, when you take my advice, or forget that, he said he wants to meet me face to face. So face to face is also what? I'm giving you advice. I'm advising you. I'm giving you suggestions. I'm giving you a strategy. All is words, right? So what deliverables you want? You pay me $100, example, and you want to become a multimillionaire with a click of a finger, or you want me to work for you? I don't understand these human beings here. You don't want... I'm a consultant. I give you words, guidance, advice, suggestions, strategy. But you want a guarantee, a report card. What will you do? Immediately I realized this guy is something wrong up here. And I told him, boss, I'm not, if you don't want advice, guidance, strategy, I'm not the right guy for you. Please, your requirements, find someone else. You're not a fit. I'm not a fit for your requirements. So he was very polite and he said, thank you for being honest. Okay. Like I told you, I'm not making fun of him. But you understand the skepticism. I mean, what are you looking for, man? It's like going to a doctor and telling him, listen, I don't want your diagnosis. I don't want you telling me I'm sick. I don't even want your medicine, all that I can get online. So, now what can you give me? The doctor will scratch his head and, what? So, this is the first one. You tell me if this sounds legit or not. For me, I was like, you see these memes where they say, whoa, wow, the guy with glasses. Totally, like Russell Peters says, mind blasting. This was one. The second one, this one is pure bullshit. Okay, this Indian guy. In my 20s, when I used to work for Citibank, I told I used to work in Citibank in my previous video, Citibank Stories, which was, you guys liked it very much. You can Google search Loy Machedo Citibank story. So I was staying in this guy's house. He was a Goan. And he looked like one of those small midget pappu uncles. He was so, stomach was always hanging out. His trouser, he's like an old fashioned. Trousers were right up to here. Okay? Stomach used to be out. And this guy actually used to stay in Bombay. Okay? And also Delhi. So even though he was Goan, he spent the majority of his time in Delhi, Mumbai, Bombay before, and Delhi. So me and my friend who used to DJ, he used to always come into our room. We had taken a small room, sharing. And he used to say, this is more or less what he said. Ija aila teri maa ki usko isko. And he would always say, Are, he used to tell me, Loy, he used to tell me like this. Loy, if anyone acts smart, like this, usko tapka dalega. Sala kutta ko, aise tapka dalega. So we used to like, what? Why is he saying all? He's saying, Dawood Ibrahim. He used to look left and right. In a room that is fucking closed, nobody is coming in. He used to look left and right. He had glasses, huh? So he used to do like this. Like we are there, sitting there, doing our thing near the computer. We are turning back to, turn our chair to look at him. He's saying, Loy, Dawood Ibrahim. He used to come and meet me. No, I'm telling you, he used to come and meet me. Don't tell anyone. Dawood Ibrahim, I bought him here to UAE. And I was in my 20s, my close friend was, I think 25, and he's saying, we were like, this is the first time we're hearing all this. Okay, you bought Dawood Ibrahim. And the underworld used to kill people left, right and center. Anyone used to dare open their mouth. We had black cat commandos. Okay. He's saying, I ran this agency. Wake up. We ran this agency where we ran this agency where we could call people and, just finish. The LTT and mafia all were involved. And he would give us big stories about how Dawood Ibrahim, him, all of them is a set, and anyone talks anything. Revolve, banduk like dish. So we are like, ooh. And then he used to tell us, both me and my friend, hey, listen. Okay, like this, he used to come. Listen. Anybody talks funny with you, apun ko bol dena. Apun ko. He used to always use the word apun ko bol. Sala tapka dalega. And he's saying, so out of curiosity we ask him, yeah, but we have to pay money, na? You don't know me, okay? You don't know me. So we both were like, it's mafia. And he used to come and my friend used to drink a lot of alcohol and he used to bring a lot of bottles. He used to drive down to Quain. Russell came, I think, those days in Dubai. Russell came and this thing, and he used to bring alcohol in the trunk. So enough for like few months supply. And because he used to store the alcohol in the room, this guy used to come more frequently. And obviously my friend, when he's drinking alcohol, as courtesy would give him some. So he used to come there every time. I used to fucking hate it because he wouldn't sleep. My friend also wouldn't sleep. People who drink alcohol want company. They both wouldn't fucking sleep, and full night I'm trying to sleep because I don't drink alcohol. I don't want to listen to this bullshit. I would lose my sleep. And in the end, they would seriously they end up in their underwear and dancing and all that. And they would put some baila song, konkani, baila and all that. Okay. So this is how it used to go every single time. Right, doggy? A little friendly, huh? Okay. So that is how it used to go. One day, it so happened that we actually had a legit problem. Okay, we had a legit problem and I don't know, I got seriously pissed off. Okay, I was very pissed off. And the guy we were having some issue with was someone slightly above our pay grade and, powerful. So when you're angry and full of rage, you think you will do a lot of bullshit and, you think all crazy stuff. You get him beaten up by some people and all that. So I asked this guy, when this guy came in from his office, comes from work. So I stopped him and I said, Uncle, how are you doing? Oh, fine, man, fine. And then he said, then I told him, Uncle, can I talk to you privately in our room? I said, sure. He came inside. We closed the door. My friend was sitting there. We were worried about. I'm telling you honestly, I don't know what the trouble was. I think it was payment for one of our events because we were DJ and used to DJ and MC shows in the evening. I really can't remember what it was. And so I told him, Uncle, there's this man, he hasn't given payment and all that. You said you have people, no? You have contacts and connections. I told him, we want to get this guy threatened and beaten up. Okay? Can you tell us how much it'll cost? We really want him beaten up. When can you introduce your contact? I was expecting him to say, okay, what is the problem about when do you want to go? I'll call him, I'll book an appointment. I was seriously expecting him to say that. This guy, when I told him all this, I told him, seriously, uncle, we can go right now. This guy sends, no, see, listen, Loy, listen. Take always a cool mind, always a cool mind. All this is not good. This is not good. It's very bad. Don't get into this world. It is like it's, one way. You go inside, you can never come out. Just don't. I said, okay, can you give his contact number? At least we'll talk to him. I'll give him your reference. You don't have to get... No, Loy. I don't know where I kept his number. It was many years ago, those days I used to talk to them every day. Now it's a little problem. So his voice was low, his energy was low, there was no tapka dalega. So me and my friend were looking at each other, kind of confused. I guess he must have seen the confusion in our face, and he said, yeah, but listen, don't worry. Give me a few days. I will definitely check. Okay? I just came from office. Just a little tired. We'll talk later. So he said, yeah, sure, uncle. And he went. Me and my friend looked at each other. My friend wanted to burst out laughing. Even I was fucking irritated and angry that time. After looking at him, even I wanted to burst out laughing. Then we both sat down and thought, this guy used to give us so many stories. What the fuck? Then we got curious. There were other bachelor boys staying in one of the other rooms. So what we both did is, when these guys came, they were all from Mangalore, okay? Worked in Mumbai and, So when they came to the room, they like to come and drink. And so when they came, my friend was talking. So I casually asked him, I told him about the incident. I told him about what happened. So they started to laugh. All of them were laughing. And, they were like, just looking left and right. Idra. So we came. Arey, wo chutiya hai. Number one ka chutiya hai. So we asked him, why, what happened? Arey, he works as more like a clerk in a shipping company. Works as a clerk. He's literally like an office boy who does the errands. And me and my friend looked at each other and, yeah, but he used to say he bought Dawood Ibrahim and he has mafia. And they were howling and laughing. And they literally, one of them even fell on the floor and he was holding his, Pedro, they call him what? Pedro or something. So he's saying, it's a gand. They said, if you push him like this, he will shiver in real life. Me and my friend were we just held our heads like, why the fuck do you want to exaggerate, man? For months, he let out that shitty stories. And then the last example I want to give you, and I'll give you before that some worthwhile, dishonorable mentions. I've said this before, but this is real, serious. A student from India, I think he was, I don't know, he claims he was from Mumbai or somewhere, or Andhra or something. I can't remember where. Mumbai, most probably Mumbai. He sent me a message the earlier days when I came in. He said, "What? Hi, hey Loy." He's calling me Loy. Hey Loy, how are you doing, man? Fine. Loy, I've seen you. You're in personal branding. Love your work. Love your brand. Amazing. Loy, I thought of discussing a business relationship with you. And I said, that time I started new now online. Means full time. So I said, what's this thing? He's saying, I'm offering you a partnership in my venture. Okay. It's going to be a mega global brand. Okay. Yeah. But what are we talking about? Like, what do you want? He's saying, Loy, I'm developing a company which is going to be bigger than Google. The minute he said that, I was like, I was just holding my head like this. Then I typed, bigger than Google. Loy, you will not believe. I already have people lined up to invest. So I said, then I realized it's total waste of time. He's talking shit. So I said, how much do you want? He's telling me I want 100. Listen, 100 million US dollars. That time I just stopped to think, Baba, if I was a guy who could easily give you $100 million and just like that, do you seriously think I would take your calls? Do you seriously think I would die to make all these videos? Do you seriously think maybe I would even be here or like this? $100 million just to give. So then I told him, boss, I don't have that kind of money. I said, you have met the wrong person. Okay, Loy, listen. He's telling me, fine. I'll give you still an opportunity. Start with 1 million. Arey Baba, I was thinking to myself, what do I tell this guy? So I told him, boss, I finally told him, if I had that kind of money to just throw around, do you think we would even be having this conversation? Finally he tells me, see, Loy, okay, I leave it open book. How much can you give me? He's asking me. So I asked him, how old are you, boss? So he said, does my age matter? I said, I need to know, whom am I talking to, your profile? He's saying, I'm in my 20s. What all ventures have you started? I asked him. Since you said you have a dearth of experiences. No, that is confidential. I can't tell you. Because if I tell you who I am and my company's, news will get around. So I told him, okay, because I wanted the conversation to end. I just told him, send me your details in an email. I'll read and I'll get back to you. He's saying, can you check with your investors and your contacts? I said, that also I'll do. Just send me. He never sent the email and he never contacted me again. From where these people come here? So, okay, the final story. This final guy who, it's more like I want, those days I used to do DJing and emceeing, which I told you, in my 20s. Just to MC shows, DJ for shows. So this particular guy, he's supposed to be a businessman. Same, once again, Goan guy with the New Delhi. I told you, I have a problem with New Delhi people. Goan guy with a New Delhi partner. And they wanted us to perform for them as a DJ and MC. So we told him that time the price we used to charge was $127 US for a few hours. Okay, I think 3 hours. So we told him $127 because we're just starting new, and it was a in-house kind of part, not in-house, in a hotel, few hundred guests. So when I told him, he said, boss, this New Delhi guy, hey. In Hindi he was saying, तुझे मालूम है मैं कौन है? He told him, boss, you don't know. I'm from New Delhi. Okay? New Delhi. Okay? And then he gave me some name. For the life of me, I can't remember what it is. He's telling me, you know, you're charging me money to come for my event. Do you know, if I call one phone call, I can get Amitabh Bachchan, Sachin Tendulkar, Shah Rukh Khan, Akshay Khan, who else? Akshay Kumar, yeah. Arey, I can get them like this. So I looked at him, I gave him the smug look. Yeah, straight away he asked me. He's saying, how much they want? 10 crore, 20 crore, 40 crore? Arey, ऐसे मैं फेंक दूंगा. They will come to me right now if I throw 40 crore. Shah Rukh Khan, Amitabh Bachchan. He's saying, do you know, in New Delhi, they are my guests in my parties. So we being young, we told him, sir, how do we know? So we don't know. We are just small guys. He's saying, don't act too smart. He was telling us, don't act too smart. I'm giving you an opportunity of a lifetime. The publicity you'll get. You'll be famous. You'll come on every MTV. You'll come on news. You'll come everywhere. People will line up. But, we didn't want to do it for free. So finally, after, talking back and forth, finally the Goan guy, who was peaceful, he was quiet. He finally said, okay. Listen, Loy, he told me and my partner, Chal, you come perform for the event. Just come and perform. I'll pay you after the event. We normally used to take money before the event. So finally, me and my friend, we looked at each other. We didn't have a show that day. Okay, fine. Chalo. Let's do it. You pay us after the event. Made it clear. 3 hours. Okay. $127, 3 hours. We came, we set up. It takes 2-3 hours before the event. And, then it takes 3 hours to do the event. Then 2-3 hours after the event. Full night is gone. Okay. So he came at the venue and we were supposed to perform, I think, till 1 o'clock. Yeah, 1 in the night. We performed till 1 and finally we told him, okay, we are done. We're going to perform. He said, Loy, listen. By the time this Goan guy was piss fucking drunk. I don't know what it is with Goans and Mangaloreans. When they drink, they become something else totally. So he said, Loy, listen, you're like my son. Okay, he's telling me. And you just play. So I said, okay, how long? You play for half an hour. Just play. Okay? Then we'll talk. So we played for another half an hour and then we came back to him again and told him, we're going to stop because you played half an hour. Loy, listen. Don't see, all my guests are here. Don't insult me like this. Just play sometime. Keep me happy. Okay, I'm trying to relax. Just keep me happy. Okay, I'll pay you. Don't worry. So me and my friend again kept quiet. We performed for 1 hour. After 1 hour, me and my friend looked at each other like, how long we're going to go on like this? So again, we went. So he's saying, hey, didn't I tell you? Now his voice got a little irritated. Now his voice, he was like, hey, what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? What I told you? Huh? You just don't insult me like this in front of my guests. I told you play, I'm going to pay you, no? Alright, I'll pay you. Don't act too smart now. Otherwise I'll not pay you at all. He's telling us after we play. So I told him, my friend and I told him, this is the last. And after that, 1 hour, we said 1 more hour, we stopped. We gave him 1 hour free. We gave him the other hour, 1 more he wants. Okay. Both went, played. Exactly after the 1 hour time, we switched off the music. Told everyone, thank you very much. Now we are ending. Take care, everyone. And by the time, everyone was pissed drunk. We came there and we switched it off. And by the time, this guy was like, I remember his expression. Huh? Someone told him I had to switch off. Hey, where is the music, man? He's saying from, was 2-3 tables away. Where's the music? Where's the music? So we just kept quiet and we just said, it's time up, finish. And as we were packing, hey, did I tell you switch off? Then he stood up and, hey, did I tell you to switch off? Huh? Yeah, his suit was out and tie was dangling like this. And then his Delhi partner also stood up. Hey, kisne ka bola band karne ka, huh? We were just ignoring. He said, time is up. I told you. Then he said, Teri maa ki bosri is sala chuti. They started using bad words. We just kept quiet. And then when we didn't respond, he took a glass and he threw it down, smashed it. There we both were like fucking pissed. And he said, motherfucker, he's saying, you're switching off the music, you're ignoring me. You're a bastard, I'll get you killed right now. And when he came forward to hit and all that, then other people, I think his wives, and they held him. And then, 2 ladies came, please, son, please. Just, they're going, no? Please, just play for some time. You don't want to make drama in here and all that. We were very upset, very hurt, because this was all based on trust. So we just kept quiet. We undid the wiring. What you can do? Undid the wiring, started to play music, played. They made us play for another, I think, 1.5 hour, I think nearly 2 more hours. So what they paid us 3 hours, he ended up making us play for 3 more hours plus 1 more hour. So we just kept quiet. We wanted this to just end, but we were young, in our 20s. And finally he came, hey, he said, Loy, listen, after he finished, because the hotel also told him, time to end. So he came to us, Loy, hey, how are you? Hey, my son, he comes and he was playing with I didn't want to fuck in him touching me. So I just kept quiet, but I didn't react because I didn't want to make the situation hostile. Loy, I know you did a good job, okay, but you should care about us, not act like that. And then he gives us our 500 dirhams, I think $127, whatever. And says, because you did a good job, from my heart. And he gave us $50. 50 dirhams, not dollars. Me and my friend looked at each other, we just kept quiet. This is for you. See, I told you I'll take care of you, no? Told you, no? Why you doubt me, man? And that Delhi guy came and said, Beta, you're like my son. Now you kept me happy. Now see, I will make you famous. Everybody, from minister, from film actors, cricket superstars, everybody will be calling you. Just watch. Just watch. You don't know who I am. We packed everything quietly, took out everything, took our measly $50 tip, packed everything, went away. They did call us, both of them, shamelessly, 2-3 other times, but every time we told him, we are booked, we are busy. Then he even tried to be friendly. Come, let's go out to eat. Come. We told him, busy. He tried his level best. He was not drunk that time. But he guessed he fucked up. So he tried many ways. We never responded. And that was the end of it. As far as he will make us famous and there'll be jobs lined up. That must have been in his dreams. So overall, what I want to tell you is, this has been my experience as a business person. These guys who exaggerate and give you all these big stories and big tales. I know the Prime Minister of India. I know Dawood Ibrahim. I know, I am a multi-millionaire, billionaire. So what I do is, fine, you are everything. You pay me my money. And then we'll start. After you pay me my money. But if the guy cannot pay me the money, then whether you are rich or poor, then it doesn't matter, right? If you pay me my money, then you're rich, poor, all those stories I'll listen. Everything I will listen. Not believe, listen. I think this bullshit, habit of bullshitting, putting hot air, is very common in our Indian culture. And especially Delhi people, big stories. They'll have a beautiful website, beautiful profile, tall claims, but all gas. Like I told you, I don't know, the first guy, the guy who called me, the guy who contacted me today is this. But for someone who is a multi-millionaire, who's the close guest of the Prime Minister of the country I'm staying, when you can't even book a basic session, but you're talking of paying me $5,000 per hour, what do you want me to say? Tell me if I'm right or wrong. Anyway, this has been my experience. I thought I'll share it with you. You tell me if what I said is right or wrong. Now you evaluate. All right? That's all what I want to say. Like I tell people, whether you have met the President of USA, whether you show me photographs of you shaking hands with Shashi Tharoor, people have sent me that. Shaking hands with Shashi Tharoor, standing when Prime Minister Modi is inspecting a place and they click the photograph to show me, I visited Modi, Means you're standing there as a delegate and Modi passes by and you show me a video shot or a photograph. That means what? Modi is best friend of. And whether you're a billionaire, it doesn't benefit me, Baba. You pay me the money, give me the money, then we can talk. That's all. So this is what I wanted to share with you. You let me know your thoughts, whether what I've said makes sense, doesn't make sense. And tell me your experience. Is it only our Indians who do that, or have you met other nationalities and people? Feel free, comment down below, let me know. Alright? Chalo, you guys take care. This is me signing off. Chalo.